My name is Virginia, and welcome to Virginia Marie Yoga. Today's class is just going to be my typical yoga class that I teach almost every single day. And so as you arrive on your mat, feel free to make your way into an easy seat, whether that is crisscross applesauce or whether you want to sit on your heels. You can always bring a block underneath your sits bones. And as you arrive on your mat, close your eyes or simply soften your gaze. And for perhaps the first time in a really long time, all you do is bring awareness into your breath. And allow your breath to slow down. Allow your breath to smooth out. Take a nice deep cleansing inhale that fills up your lungs, your belly, your throat. And part your lips and sigh it all the way out. And then another deep, slow, smooth breath in. Open your mouth audibly, ah-H, let it go. On your next inhale, reach your arms up wide and high. Gather all that Purta Vida energy around you. And then draw the hands to the heart center. And if it is in your practice to set an intention, seal one here. Maybe it's just a word that you want to come back to. Perhaps it's a person or a place you want to dedicate your time and energy. Maybe that person is you. But seal it here. And come back to it often. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up wide and high. As you exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to your knee. Lengthen, sit taller with every inhale. As you exhale, perhaps you twist a little bit deeper. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up wide and high. As you exhale, twist to the left. Every inhale, you're finding more space. With every exhale, you're moving into that space. And then gently reach your arms up. As you exhale, forward fold over your crossed legs. Whew. And I don't know about y'all, but every time I make my way to my first forward fold of the day, I meet myself with such judgment. So let your judgment go. Begin to breathe into this space that you have. Arriving to your mat with contentment for where you are, while you continue to work for what you want. And then inhale, altar pose. Bring your heart up. Plant your hands behind your bum. Fingers face the sits bones. Plant your feet down to the ground. Lift your heart up into the sky. Lift the hips. Deep cleansing breath in. Fill all the way up. As you open your mouth, sigh it all the way out. Gently come to sit back down. Other shin in front. Crisscross applesauce. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes over, lateral stretch. Grounding your left sits bone down into the earth below you, lengthening from your left hip to your left underarm. Come back to your center, breathe up, and then left hand comes down and the right hand comes over. Lengthen your spine as you lengthen your inhales. Deepen the bend as you slow the exhales. Gently reach your arms up and then forward fold again. Other shin is in front this time, so it feels different. Ooh, breathe into those differences. Know that your side bodies are going to feel different as we move through the postures. And then gently, slowly roll over to a tabletop posture. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips go over your knees. Spread wide through the fingers, ground down through the finger pads. Pretend like you have little blueberries underneath your palms that you don't want to squash during class. With active fingers to take tension off of your wrists. As you inhale, cow, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your bum. As you exhale, cat, press the earth away. Tuck your chin to your chest, navel to your spine. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And now you close your eyes or soften your gaze and continue to move with your breath. Allowing any organic movements to come into the practice. You can sway your hips. You can S your spine. Remember that this practice, this time, is all for you. That you are your own best teacher. I am simply a temporary guide, and absolutely everything that I offer today is optional. Let's add some wrist stretches to the practice. Turn your fingers to face away from one another and then circle your shoulders over your wrists. I know that for me, if I do not do wrist stretches every day, then I am unable to carry weight in my wrists. And so gently, one more rotation, fingertips face your knees, your thumbs are away from one another, nice long arms, and then shift your weight gently back towards your heels. Optional to even lift the heels of the hands up off of the ground, stretch through the palms. Relax your jawline. Gently come back to your center. Tops of the hands come down to the ground. Again, nice long arms. And then shift your way back towards your heels. And maybe this is a, oh, I don't do this every day kind of a feel. And that's okay, breathe into that. If anyone has any pain, skip the posture entirely. You can come back to it another day. Now gently return back to center. Toes tuck, knees together, and sit on your heels. If toes tuck doesn't feel good for you, you can skip that. You can just have flat feet. Reach your right arm out long in front of you. Hook it with the left elbow. Draw your right shoulder away from your ear. Maybe even look to the right. And then gently release and switch sides. Reach your left arm out long in front of you. Hook it with your right elbow. Gently tug, gaze to the left. And then gently release. Untuck your toes. Hands come behind your feet. Very optional. Pick up your knees off of the ground. Again, you can do it one at a time. So for some individuals, like if you could offer my husband $100 to pick up his knees. And for some individuals, it just isn't possible today. And so that's okay if you want to skip this pose. Then gently, tabletop posture. And then bring your hands, one hand print forwards, high plank, top of your push-up. We're not going to live here. We're just here to measure ourselves. Shoulders over our wrists, our heels are over our toes, our belly in. Keep your hands, keep your feet. Downward facing dog. Begin to bend your knees and extend your sits bones into the sky. Press your heart back to your thigh bones, and it's okay to have a big bend of your knees. Your downward facing dog, begin to pedal it out. Extend one heel, extend the other. Again, sits bones high to the sky, pressing your heart back to your thigh bones. Maybe find some stillness. Maybe shake your head, yes, I'm doing yoga. Maybe shake your head, no, I don't care what I look like. Even if I'm on YouTube. Maybe shake your head, yes, I care how I feel. And then nice and easy, tippy, tippy, tiptoe, walk all the way up in between your thumbs. Take your time. Last person to get their wins. When you get to the top of your mat, allow your head to hang heavy. It's okay, again, to bend your knees. Think about bent knees as like a love note to your low back. Capture opposite elbows. Let your chin tuck to your chest so the wrinkles are out of the back of your neck. Spread out through the toes, ground down through all four corners of your feet, and begin to sway side to side. Allow your breathing to be slow and steady. And then gently release your arms. Bend your knees generously. Slowly roll the sand one vertebra at a time. And when you get to the top, roll your shoulders and fix your clothes. Inhale, reach your arms up wide and high. Hands to heart center. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. Inhale, breathe your arms up. Capture your right wrist. Pull it up and tip over. Come back to the center, breathe up, capture the left wrist, pull up and tip over. Come back to your center, cactus your elbows. Think about drawing your shoulder blades towards your spine. Then weave your fingers behind your bum. Knuckles go down, puff up your heart, soften your knees, dive forwards. Rinse your shoulders, hands come away from your low back. No slingshot. Slow motion, release your hands down to the low back and all the way to the earth. As you inhale, half lift, walk your hands to your shins or even your thighs. Nice long flat spine, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, chin to chest. 2 more times, y'all. Inhale, half lift, nice long flat back, belly in, shoulders away from your earlobes. Exhale, forward fold, release and bow. Inhale, lengthen your spine, even the cervical spine, lengthen the back of your neck. Exhale, forward fold, release and bow. Keep your hands where they are. Step your left foot to the back of the house. Right knee over your right ankle, left arm stays down, right hand reaches up, twist. And then big circles of the right arm. And perhaps even you begin to lengthen your right leg, any amount. Have some mobility, have some movement. And gently bring your hand down to the earth, drop your back left knee. Now reach your arms up into the sky. You can bring them to the front thigh bone. Find a variation that fits. It doesn't fit. Find a variation that feels good in your body. And maybe it's an ish, because not everything in yoga feels good right away. Can it feel good-ish? Cactus your elbows and into the back of your heart. And then breathe your arms up into the sky. Half splits, frame your front foot with the hands and then lengthen your front leg any amount. Maybe flex your right toes towards your nose. Keep your heart reaching forward, the hinges from the hip, the belly button is close to your thigh bone. And then gently reframe that front right foot. And then switch, right hand on the inside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee up into the air. And now start to swivel your hips around in circles. Again, any organic movement. You create space in your hips, not through a multivitamin, not through an expensive lotion, not through an acai bowl topping, but by showing up on your mat and moving your body well. And then gently, all downward loving dog, step back. As we inhale, high plank, top of your push-up, we're not lowering down. Shoulders over your wrists, heels over your toes, belly is in, press the earth away, wrap your triceps around your arm bones. Downward facing dog, hips up. 2 more times, I love things in 3s. Inhale, high plank. Downward loving dog, extend your sits bones. As you inhale, high plank, wave forward, top of your push-up. We're slowly going to lower all the way to our bellies. You can always drop your knees. Slow count of 7, 6, keep your heart open. 5, relax your jawline. 4, elbows tuck into your ribs. 3, don't lower down too fast. 2, and then 1. It's okay if you flop. Untuck the toes. As you inhale, head, shoulders lift, elbows right to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Again in 3s. As you inhale, lift your head, your shoulders, shoulder blades away from your ears. Exhale, lower. 3rd time is always a charm. Inhale, lift your head, your heart, your shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Hands underneath your shoulders, belly in, even here, press up, high plank. Downward facing dog, bend your knees, extend your sits bones. Tippy tippy tiptoe or step or jump if you're a jumper, high top of the mat, forward fold. High plank, half lift, breathe in, lengthen your heart line. As you exhale, forward fold, release and bow. Upward salute with a nice long flat back. So push through the feet, reach through the arms, breathe up, gaze up, lift up. Palm to palm, hands to your heart, come back to your intention, come back to your breath. Weave your fingers behind your head, like you're laying on a beach in Costa Rica. It always gets a chuckle during the beach yoga classes. Spread out through the toes. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, as you exhale, right elbow towards your right hip. Inhale, root to rise, stand back tall in your spine line. Exhale, left elbow towards left hip. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, one more time each side. Continuing to ground down through all four corners of both feet. Lift the energy up through the inner arches. As you inhale, lift your arms to cactus, your elbows, lean into the back of your heart. Weave your fingers behind your bum. The other thumb goes on top. It feels weird. Open the heart line. Soften your knees, slide forwards. Rinse your shoulders, hands away from your low back. Slow motion, release your hands down to the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your heart. Exhale, forward fold, release, and bow. Hands stay, right foot steps to the back of the house. Right hand stays on the ground, left arm reaches up. And then big, super duper big circles with the arm. And begin to bring in organic movement and begin to extend your front left leg. Relax your jawline and soften your expectations. Soften your expectations that you have of your body during the movement practice. Begin to enjoy the movement that you have today. Gently bring the back knee down to the earth. Maybe the hands come to the front thigh bone. Maybe the arms reach all the way up into the sky. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Cactus your elbows, lean into the back of your heart space. Inhale, reach back up. Half splits, y'all. Frame your front foot and lengthen your front leg any amount. If you notice, I just scooched my back knee a little bit further back. That feels best in my body. The heart movement is forwards. The hinge is from the hip. Relax your jawline. Soften your expectations. Soften your expectations you have of others, of your job, of your relationships. Begin to meet every person in your life exactly where they are, without expectation. And then gently re-bend into your left knee, both hands on the inside of that left foot, and then tuck your right toes, right knee lifts off of the ground, and circle your hips. Relax your jawline. Step back into downward facing dog, hips up. Optional vinyasa flow as you inhale, high plank, top of your push-up. As you exhale, low plank, knees up or knees down, come halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Lift your heart, tops of the feet press. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, hips up and back. Take a big breath in, fill all the way up. As you part your lips, sigh it all the way out. Right leg reaches long into the sky. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then stack your hip and bend your knee. And now move your right knee around in circles. And when you think you've gone big, I want you to go bigger. I want you to take up more space. And then lengthen the right leg long again as you exhale. Knee to your right elbow. Shift forward, shoulders over wrist, heel over toe. Inhale, kick your right heel up and back. Knee to your left elbow or underarm. How far forward can you shift? Inhale, kick and reach and take up space. Knee to your nose, nice and slow. Can you kiss the knee and then gently step your foot up in between your thumbs? Now, if she only gets about halfway up, grab that ankle and help her the rest of the way. Inhale, high crescent lunge, breathe all the way up. Twist to the right, right hand behind your left hand to the front of the house, open and broaden through the heart line. Exalted Warrior, left arm reaches up. The right hand comes to the low back or slides down your back thigh bone. Then gently unwind yourself into Warrior 2 and open and take up space. And gaze that over your front right middle finger. Make sure that you can see your right big toe. The knee is tracking to the pinky edge side of your foot. Commit to this big bend of your front knee, big sink of your front hip, flip your front palm. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior, breathe it up and back. And then gently extend it side angle, whether you want to rest the forearm on the thigh bone, your left hand goes straight up above or creates this fierce diagonal line. Continue to spread out through all four corners of both feet, again suctioning the energy up from the inner arches. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior, left arm up into the sky. That's your right arm. IQ reverse, so I need to say what I'm doing now. Bring your front foot with your hands. Come to the ball of your back foot, y'all. Left arm stays down, right hand comes up. Now we've been here before. We're adding on a side plank. Step your front foot to the back of the house. Woo! You can always lower the low knee. You can always pick up your top leg. I want you to do what you feel best in your body today. Press the earth away. High plank is where we meet. Optional flow is where we go. Low plank as you exhale. Up dog as you inhale. Exhale takes you home. Downward facing dog. Big breath in when you get there, y'all. Part your lips, side all the way out. Lengthen your left leg long and strong. And then stack your left hip, bend your left knee, and move your left knee around in space. If you've noticed your left shoulder lift, draw that left shoulder down in line with the right, please. Lengthen your left leg long as you exhale. Knee your left underarm or left tricep or left elbow. Inhale, kick your left leg up into the sky. As you exhale, knee to your right. Inhale, kick and reach and breathe. Knee to nose. Big lunge up, step in between your thumbs. All right, y'all, rise in your power, lift all the way up, breathe up, lift through the roof of your mouth. Twist left hand behind you, right hand to the front. Option to gaze at your left thumb or your right, doesn't matter. Inhale, Exalted Warrior, reach your right arm into the sky, left hand to your low back or the back thigh bone. And then gently open yourself up, Warrior 2, make a big whoosh noise as you go, gaze over that front left middle finger. Again, commit to that big bend of your front knee, flip your front palm, inhale, peace, breathe it up and back. Extended side angle, again, option to bend elbow, rest on the forearm. Left hand can be above or a diagonal. And find what feels good in your neck. Where do you want to look? Do you want to look down? Do you want to look at your underarm? Do you want to look at your thumb? Inhale, Peaceful Warrior, left arm up above. Frame your front foot as you exhale, come to the ball of your back foot. Twist it, left arm up into the sky, breathe. Side plank, front foot steps to the back of your house. Woo. Press the earth away, lift up out of the slow right shoulder. High plank, top of your push-up. Low plank or belly, you choose. Up dog or cobra, heart opener of choice. Child's pose, knees together or wide, big toes touch, hips to heels, forehead to the ground. Allow your breath to fill your side ribs. Allow your breath to fill your back side body. Release your expectations that you have. And begin to breathe into sensation exactly as it is. And then when you are ready, and you never have to feel ready, reach your hands forward, tuck your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Tippy toe, step, jump, float, travel to the top of your mat. Half lift, lengthen your spine. Forward fold, release, and let go. Upward salute, root to rise. Breathe all the way there, y'all. Palm to palm, hands to your heart. All right. Chair pose. You know, before every single class, I'm always like, what do you want to do today? No one ever says chair. It never gets any love. You can have your feet together. You can have your feet parallel. It doesn't matter to me what you do. I do want your ankles and your knees to be doing the same thing. Theoretically, both of them facing forwards. My goodness, both of them facing forwards. Nice long spine line, bellies, and relax your shoulders. And I don't care what you do with your hands. You know, I used to think that I'd be happy when I could reach my arms up on my ears in chair pose. It turns out that happiness is not found in your biceps. So, you do whatever you want with your arms, means no worries. Spread out through the toes, ground out through all four corners of your feet. Diver's pose, tippy toes, long legs, hinge forward, sweep your hands back behind you. Chair pose on tippy toes, keep your heels high, sink your hips. Diver's pose, again, lengthen your legs, hinge forward, sweep your hands back. Upward salute on tippy toes. Reach up, breathe up, be as tall as you've ever been, and take up space and strengthen your ankles. And then real nice, like walk halfway back on your mat, just like a Barbie doll. Drop your heels forward, fold, let it go. All right, choose your own adventure kind of yoga. A, Malasana yogi squat. B, if you like, crow pose, Vadakanasana. Tippy toes, bring your knees to the backs of your arms. You're going to plant your hands, you're going to look in front of you. Do not look at your toes. Look where you are going, not where you have been. Lift your hips, ground down through the finger pads. And maybe you just shift forwards, right? Maybe you pick up a big toe. Maybe you pick up the other big toe. Maybe one day you pick up both. Press the earth away. Steady your gaze, relax your jaw. Malasana is where we meet. Widen out your feet so all four corners of your feet are on the ground. Hands to your heart center and come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. Twist it out, left hand down, right hand up. Breathe. Come back to your center line, left hand down, right hand up. Other side, whatever side you did not do, breathe. Come back to your center line, hands down, butt up. Heel toe your feet underneath your hips. Half lift, lengthen your heart. Downward dog is where we meet. Option to flow or no, you choose. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank or belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo! Pick your right leg up into the sky. Stack your hip and bend your knee and move it around. Option a wild thing, that right foot comes to the outside of your mat. Come to the, raise your edge of your left foot. Pick your right hand off of the ground, lean into your heart and reach back. And come back through three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Big step up in between your thumbs. Rise in your power lift all the way up. Twist to the right, right hand behind you, left hand to the front. Exalted Warrior, left arm up. Warrior 2, spin yourself around. Peaceful Warrior, flip the front palm, breathe in. Extended side angle, we've been here before, we go again. Options, options, options. Find a variation that feels good-ish in your body. Wherever you are, we're not hanging out on our bones and our ligaments. We're wrapping our muscles around our bones. We're gaining strength through the process. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior, left arm up. Warrior 2. Lengthen your front leg, turn your toes in, and then dive forwards, wide-legged forward fold. Tuck your chin to your chest. Toes directly in front of your heels. Woo, breathe, y'all. Lizard to the front of the mat. So both hands walk forwards. Scoochie boochies, your right foot off to the right. Drop your left knee down to the ground this time. And you can stay just like this. You can also, if you like, turn your right toes out 45 degrees and you can roll onto the pinky edge side of your foot. You can stay here, or that right hand can come to the meat of the right thigh bone, not the knee, not the hip, but the center. Compassionately press it away without expectation. And then very optional, you can come down to your forearms. Now the right forearm is going to keep you honest. The left forearm will say, oh, this is easy peasy. The right forearm will let you know whether or not this is good for your body. If the right forearm comes all the way down, feel free to let the left join it. But again, happiness is not found in your forearms. Lizard pose is a beautiful posture to remember to have contentment with what you have while you work for what you want. If you want a quad stretch, come back to your hands. Maybe it's just a twist. Maybe reach your right arm up into the sky. Maybe you bend your back left knee. Maybe your right hand finds your foot. Maybe you keep it on your to-do list for tomorrow. Maybe it's manana manana. which is Costa Rican for any time in the future. Slow motion release. Please do not slingshot. Gently step back, downward loving dog. Flow or no, you choose. What is best for your body, for your mental health, for your emotional health? Do you need fire? Do you need high plank, low plank, up dog, down dog? Do you need rest, reprieve, in child's pose? Do you want to stay in downward facing dog? Because this practice is yours. Why are you here? What are you doing? What are you building for yourself? What are you creating for your life? Lift your left leg up into the sky. Stack your hip, bend your knee. Very optional, wild thing. Flip your dog. Foot comes to the outside of your mat. Right pinky edge comes down. Reach your left arm back. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Gently come back through. Three-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Big lunge up, step up in between your thumbs. Rise. Again and again, we keep rising like the phoenixes that we are. Lift your heart up. Twist it, left arm back, right hand forwards. Exalted, right arm reaches up into the sky. Warrior 2, spin yourself down, widen open your arms. Flip your front palm, inhale, peaceful warrior, breathe it in. Extended side angle, again, find a variation that serves your body. Be interested and excited as to what the body wants to do. Let your ego go. Don't go too far, don't do too much. Inhale, peaceful warrior, left arm reaches. Warrior 2. Lengthen your front leg, turn those toes in, dive forwards, wide-legged forward fold. Let your chin tuck to your chest, take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. Let's add a twist. Right arm stays down, left arm reaches up. Woo. Left arm comes on down, right arm reaches up. Right arm comes on down. Lizard to the front. Walk your hands forward to your feet. Both hands inside your left foot. This time drop the right knee down to the ground. And you can stay just here and you can breathe. Option to turn toes out 45. Option to roll onto the pinky edge. Option to bring hand to your thigh bone. Gently come back to center. Option to come down to forearms. Everything's a maybe. Everything's a maybe. Listen to your left forearm this time. She'll be honest. Right forearm can join. You have your whole life to do yoga. You don't have to do it all today. You do have to do some, though. That is required in order to make progress. You do have to show up on your mat and do a little bit. Gently come back to your hands, y'all. Very optional twist, left arm up into the sky. Option to quad stretch, bend the back knee, left hand finds foot. And spin your left shoulder open. Relax your jawline. And soften the sides of your tongue. Slow motion, no slingshots, not ever, ever. Release. Downward loving dog, hips up. Everybody comes to a high plank, and we all lower down, nice and slow. The slower you go, the more you get. Shoulder stretch, right arm out long to the right. Too close on window. Now your thumb is in line with your eye line. It's not too high, it's not too low, it's Goldilocks, it's perfect. Reach your right arm to the right and then roll onto your right side. Now your left hand can tent and press your left shoulder away if it wants to. Your left arm can reach up into the sky if it wants to as well, or it can reach forwards. And then gently release. Switch sides. Left arm out long to the left, thumb in line with your eye. Look to the right and roll onto your left shoulder. Gently release. Funky Cobra. Hands come off of the mat, elbows over your wrists. Tops of the feet press. Tent up on your fingers, tarantula hands. Inhale, lift your head, your heart, your shoulders. Exhale, drop your right shoulder to the center and look over your left elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left shoulder to center, look over your right. Inhale, rise, y'all. One more time each side. Inhale, center, center, center. Exhale, lower down. High plank, top of your push-up. Downward dog, hips up and back. Beautiful. All right, now travel to the top of your mat. Tippy toe, step, jump, float. You choose. Half lift when you get there, flat back. Forward fold, release, bow. Upward salute, root to rise. Breathe all the way up. Palm to palm, hands to your heart. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. Hands down by your sides. Spread out through the right toes, ground down through all four corners of your right foot. Pick your left knee up into space. Steady your drishti, steady your focus, soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. Now draw big circles with the left knee. Both directions. And then keep the knee up in line with your hip like you're balancing the tray mimosas in your thigh bones, and then spin your left knee open to the left. Ooh. Come back to center, y'all. 2 more times. Inhale, open her up. Exhale, close the center. Inhale, open, and now tree pose. And it's any tree that you enjoy. You can do a little kickstand. I'm going to turn so you can see. Kickstand is very secure. It's very steady down here. Option, if you want more, you can pick your foot and put it on your calf. You can pick it up and put it on your knee. You can pick it and put it up in your inner thigh bone. Your worth as a human is not tied to how high your foot is on your leg. Take a moment, yogis, to soften your gaze, soften your jawline, and do whatever you want with your arms. Keep them at your heart, reach them up. You choose. This is your adventure. You are your own narrator. You choose. And then very gently, cross your left ankle over your right thigh bone and sit down in chair. You can stay just here. You can stay here. You can grow strength. You can wiggle. You can wobble. You can bring your elbows down to your knee and your ankle. You can stay here. You can open up your hip. It can feel a little bit spicy. You can stay here. You can come down to a figure 4 forward fold. Hands down to your chest. Lengthen your right leg any amount. And then let's all slide, wherever we are, let's all slide our left foot to the outside of our right. Woo! Forward fold, y'all. Sway your hips. And then gently unwind your legs. Wow. Shake it out. Shake your head, shake your shoulders, shake your hips. Take a half lift, flat back, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Upward salute, y'all. Reach all the way up. Palm to palm, hands to your heart. Other side. Ground down to all 4 corners of your left foot. Pick your right knee up into space. Big circles. Stand nice and tall. We're not moving the torso, just moving that femur bone in that hip socket. Both directions. All right, keep the knee up in line with your hips. Swivel it open to the right. And center. To the right. And center. And to the right. Tree pose. Any tree. You choose. You know, when we look out at a forest of trees, we're very aware that every tree should be honored exactly as it is. Some are shorter, some are taller, some are fatter, some are thinner. It's all because of their lineage, it's because of what tree family they are from, the resources they had when they were growing up. where they've been placed in the forest, obstacles they've had to overcome. We understand this, we honor this. And yet when it comes to people, we're so judgy. So allow your retreat to be just as it is. And honor the other people that you have in your life just as they are, without expectation, without judgment. And then gently cross your ankle over your thigh bone. Maybe-ish. And then gently sit down in the chair. And absolutely available to just stay just here. This is enough. You are enough. You are doing enough. Optional to come down to the elbows, to the knee, and to the ankle. You can stay here and you can open up your hip. You don't have to go further. You don't need to do more to be a better person. An option is to bring your hands down to the ground and to lengthen your left leg. And then very gently slide, everybody slide your right foot down to the outside of your left foot. Woo! Say good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening to your IT band. And then gently unwind your feet. Take a half lift, flat back, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe it out. All right, let's stretch, y'all. Step on back, downward loving dog, hips up. If you want to flow, if you need more fire in your practice, you go. If you're like, nah, Verge, I'm good. Pick your right leg up into the sky, stack your head, bend your knee, move it around. Pigeon on your right side. Sweep your right knee behind your right wrist. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your right ankle behind your left. Walk your back left leg as far back as available in your body. So many people use their hand to grab their foot and heave it forwards. I want you to think of your hand as your ego. Don't move your body further than it wants to move. If you feel compelled that you have this need to have your shin be parallel to the skinny side of your sticky mat, what you do is you pick up everything but the foot. Pick up everything but that foot and then walk your knee. Walk everything else back and set it down in your body. Woo, your body will tell you how far to go back. Y'all, this yoga, this movement is about conversation between you and your body. What does it want to do? How does it want to feel? What does it need today? And you can stay up on your hands or you can come down to your forearms. The yoga is a practice. This is not a performance. You don't have anything to prove today. Today's time is a stepping stone in your tomorrow's mobility. Your practice today has been created from all of your practices leading up to this one. There are no shortcuts. It is so simple and yet extremely difficult. You simply have to arrive on your mat. All you got to do is do a little bit of movement today. And yoga is, it's the long con of mobility. Because you can't just do one class and be done. You got to keep showing up day after day, week after week, just doing what you can, not going too far, not doing too much. All right, y'all, downward loving dog. If you want one more flow, close your eyes and make it the slowest flow of the day. You can always drop your knees. You can always come all the way to the belly. Because yoga is about love for your body, y'all. Yoga is about having contentment for what you have. Left leg up, stack your hip underneath. While you work for what you want. But you got to start with that love. You got to start with where you are. You need to start with happiness in the moment. Otherwise, you're always going to be kicking that can. You're going to be kicking that can of success down that road. Pigeon on the left side. And then you're never going to celebrate. Left knee behind your left wrist. You know, you need to take time to make goals. And not epically sized goals. Small, realistic, attainable, achievable goals. Small, goals so small that you're like, well, that'd be silly. I can definitely do that. Those are the goals. Stay on your hands or come down to your forearms. You know, I'm not asking you to show up to yoga 60 minutes a day every day for the rest of your life. Just heads up, you are not going to do that. I don't even do that. But could you do cat-cow for 3 minutes a day? Could you get on your mat and sit and do torso rolls over your hips for 3 minutes a day? Because that's where it starts. Any habit change, anything that we want to make ourselves better, it starts with creating very, very small goals. You know, get some successes under your belt. Get yourself excited about obtaining and reaching things. Be successful and set yourself up for success. All right, y'all. Bring your heart up. We're going to roll onto our bum. Sweep your legs out long in front of you. And I say long, but I don't mean it. I say long, I don't care. I do want everything up. I want your thigh bones up, knees up, shins up, toes up. But you don't have to have long legs. You can definitely have a bend to your knees. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, and then as you exhale, just start to hinge from your hips. And don't worry about touching your toes. Touching your toes does not make you rich. Touching your toes does not bring you happiness, love, joy. See, the magic, the sweet sauce of the yoga is having love and joy where you are. While you continue to work for what you want, that's how you keep showing up on your mat. All right, y'all, bring your heart up. Keep your right leg long, the left leg up and in. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hip and fold over just your right leg. Remembering that every inhale lengthens your spine. Every exhale hinges you from your hip. Inhale, breathe your heart up. Turn your belly button, face your bent knee. Your back, left arm. It comes up. It comes over like a big rainbow. And maybe one day it will touch your toes. And for the time being, keep lifting your left rib back. Keep lifting your left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. Inhale, stargazer. Left hand comes down, roll onto your left knee, sweep your hips up, reach your right hand back and lean back. And gently come back down to earth. Keep the right leg long. We're going to twist. Left foot steps on the outside. Give her a hug with the right hand, left hand behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, twist from your navel. And then y'all stay, but I'm going to switch around to the other way. Because then we're going to counter. We're going to bend over to the right. And maybe we add a baby grasshopper. Maybe our right hand comes by our hip. Maybe this is your left foot, faces forward. Squeeze your arm bone into your thigh, into your ribs, pardon. Your left hand, your left tricep comes in front of your knee. Maybe grab your foot. And then maybe you lean forwards. Maybe squeeze your elbow. Maybe pull your belly in. And maybe pick your butt up off of the ground. Maybe it stays on your to-do list for tomorrow. Slow motion release. Vadakanasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Hinge from your hips as you exhale. Every inhale, finding space. Every exhale, moving into the space without expectation. Having joy, love, and grace on the journey. All right, breathe your heart out. Kick your left leg long to the front of the house, right foot in. Fold over your left leg. Gaze at your left toes. Think about something you like about your left toes. And then gently bring your heart up. Turn your belly button, face your right knee. Left hand inside, right hand up, 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 up and over. Up and over, and up and over, and up and over. And ground down through that right sit bone and peel into your right rib and lifting your right shoulder up over the left. Woo! Your QL attaches your low rib to your pelvis, and you use it every single time you take a step in this world, and this is where you give it a good old stretch. All right, y'all, stargazer, right hand comes down, roll out of your right knee, lift your hips, reach your left hand back. And come on back down, twist it, left leg stays long, right foot on the outside. Big hug with the left hand, right hand behind you. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, exhale, twist, 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 twist. Then again, y'all stay, I'm gonna switch. Left hand to your hip. Oh, maybe we just bow down to the other side as a counter. Maybe it's a baby grasshopper. Left hand to hip. Right shoulder, right tricep in front of the knee. Maybe you find your foot. You can also do it by finding your leg, too. But maybe find the foot. Maybe you squeeze that elbow into your ribs. Oh, this foot for me faces this way. Maybe it faces forwards for you. Maybe it's a 45-degree angle. No pain though, okay? Ankles and knees moving in same directions. Then gently come on down. All right, y'all, we're gonna slowly roll to our backside bodies. And the slower you go, the more you get. So you do it. If you want core work, you go real slow. If you're like, no, Virginia, I'm good. I'm just gonna lay down on my backside. That's fine too. Whee. Lengthen your left leg, bend your right knee into your belly. Give it a big hug, move it around. And twist it. Left hand is an anchor. It slides that knee over to the left. Now your right arm goes along to the right. There's two schools here, y'all. You can A, keep your right shoulder on the ground and bring your knee over so it dangles. That's more of a lumbar stretch. You can bring your knee down and reach your right arm out and let that dangle. It's more of a thoracic spine stretch. You choose. Maybe one day they will both be down, knee and shoulder. Maybe. Maybe not. Come back to your backside. Switch, right leg long, left knee up and in. Squeeze it, hug it, move it around. Relax your jawline. Soften the sides of your tongue. And then gently supine twist, right hand as anchor, draw that knee over. Left arm goes long to the left. Creating more space between your left shoulder and your left hip. Big breath in, fill all the way up. Part your lips, sigh it all the way out. And gently come back to your back side. Happy baby. Slide your knees to the outsides of your ribs. Maybe just grab the backs of your legs, your calves, your ankles, maybe one to your feet. Maybe you stay, maybe you sway, you extend one leg and then the other. If there's any other pose that we didn't do today that makes you a better person, please go there. Please spend time. But when you are ready, you're never going to feel ready, but when you're ready, bend your knees into your belly. Give yourself a hug. As you exhale, draw your nose up in between your knees. Give yourself a kiss for coming to yoga. Inhale. Lay down. You're done. Shavasana. Legs long, let your feet flop open. Palms up so the fingers can curl. Puff up your heart to wiggle your shoulder blades away from your earlobes and relax your jawline. And soften the sides of your tongue and let your tongue kind of slide down the back of your throat and soften the space that sits in between your ears. And if your mind runs away from you, as you breathe in, inhale love. And as you breathe out, exhale peace. And allow this meditation to help calm and restore your mind. While you calm and restore your body. And we're all going to stay here and breathe for a full 3 minutes. Begin to bring awareness into your breath. And take a nice deep cleansing inhale that fills up your lungs, your belly, your throat. And part your lips and sigh it all the way out. And another deep cleansing breath in. Open your mouth, ah-h, sigh it audibly out. And welcome movement to the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, making circles of the wrists and of the ankles. Maybe reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Maybe waking up for the second time. Bend your knees into your belly. Wrap yourself up in a hug. Rock side to side, relax. Release your low back. Roll over to your favorite side body. Cradle your head with your arm, fetal position. Taking a moment on your side to just feel how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally. What are you creating for you in this time and in this space? And remember that you always are here. And you're always going to have a there, a different place. You'll be a different person. You'll be a different pose you'll be able to do. And yet when you get there, it always becomes your brand new here. So it's important to have love here, joy here, contentment in your here. Here is the only place that you will ever be. And gently with eyes closed or a soft gaze, push yourself up into a seat. Crisscross applesauce or sitting on your heels. Palms down on the ground if you feel like you need to ground yourself. Palms up if you feel the need to receive. One up, one down if you don't know what you want. Take a soft moment to close your eyes or soften your gaze, and maybe you ask the universe a question. Maybe you manifest a new dream. Maybe you hang back and you receive a quiet answer. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, reach your arms up wide and high, gather all that Purta Vida energy, y'all. Palm to palm, hands to your heart. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And as you breathe, inhale your intention to every cell of your being. As you breathe out, exhale your intention to your Anjali Mudra, sealing it with yourself and the world. And thank you for arriving to your practice and for filling your cup. The light that is in me, it sees and it honors the light that is in you. And it is that same light that we promise to shine to ourselves. Thank you.